What's up, party people? Welcome back to Journal Party Live. My name is Alex Gallner, and actually, you know what? We've got some music going on here. We didn't have it last week, so I'm excited that we've got it, but this is just a little too intense for me right now. So let me just dial in some different music for us so it's a little more chill. And hopefully, some people will start to trickle in here to join us on this fine journal jam sesh. All right, getting some people in here. All righty. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Journal Party Live. My name is Alex Gallner. I'm the host of the Journal Party podcast, as well as the founder of Journal Party. And in spite of having, at this point, helped bring literally thousands of people into journaling and, helping them with their personal growth journeys. Gosh, it's crazy to say that we're already, we've got already over 1,000 people on the app. But anyway, it kind of brings us right into this topic, right? Because I still have trouble believing that, like, in spite of all of my experience that brought me to this point, in spite of the best efforts of my heart and soul, in spite of actual metrics, actual numbers, sometimes it's hard to accept that you've done something good. And actually, without me giving kind of like this weird personalized version of what imposter syndrome is, let me just pull up the dictionary definition here. And if you haven't realized, today we're going to be journaling through the newest program in our guided journaling app, which is Overcoming Imposter Syndrome. But for those of you who aren't super familiar, the Oxford Dictionary has imposter syndrome down as the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own efforts or skills. So the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own effort or skills. And I think it's something that is pretty common. I actually, even before Journal Party and when I was in the corporate startup world, I was crushing it on the marketing side of things, and again, having really great metrics to tell the story, and in spite of good performance reviews, good metrics and praise and all that, still, you get that little voice creeping in that's like, you don't deserve it, or you didn't do enough, or whatever it is. I mean, there's a lot of different probably a lot of different psychological origins of why you may be experiencing imposter syndrome, and hopefully we can get into some of that today inside of your journals. But also, a lot of what I've put together in this program was actually born out of a lot of work that I did with my own personal therapist, because this was such a problem for me. I was on, even though I was on top of the world and doing great, and like I said, all the evidence would suggest or should suggest that I would feel good about all of that. There was still that little part that's like, oh, you don't deserve it, or you didn't do enough. So I feel like I've done a pretty good job overcoming that, but it's something that you got to be vigilant about. And so that's why I wanted to create this program. So anytime, you're kind of feeling that little voice, or, you feel like you're a fraud or a phony or imposter, you can just crack this thing open, and it's going to guide you through the process of getting that head garbage out of there, right? So let me pull up the screen here. All right, so as you can see, we're going to be going through 10 prompts as per, well, I don't want to say as per usual, because some of we don't always have a 3-minute timer on each prompt playlist, or each prompt inside of each prompt playlist. But this one is like a lot of the ones that we've been releasing as of late, which is a 3-minute timer per prompt. And for the purposes of this live, we're going to be abiding by that to the best of our ability. But if you're going through this and you're like, oh man, like, well, first off, feel free to pause. If I think you can pause live video streams. Yeah. And if you're watching the replay, then that's also super easy to go back and forth. But if you also have the app, then, you don't even need to worry about whatever pace anybody's going, because you can always just skip forward, pause, or do what you need to do. As with, well, for journaling, that's really the gist of it. Do whatever works for you. There's no real rules, but with Journal Party, we've made this system here so that we can, be a little bit more focused and have a little bit more structure, which I know is very good for me at least. All right, so let's jump in. So I'm gonna count us down, and then we'll just do it. Just start writing once you see the prompts. All right. I always try to count down with it, but then the live doesn't sync up, so I stopped doing that. All right. Unpacking imposter syndrome. Looks like it's not showing up there very good. Okay, there we go. What specific situations trigger your imposter syndrome? How does it feel when you experience it, and how do these feelings affect your actions and decision making? So go ahead and just start writing. All right, here comes prompt number 2. Write a list of your top 5 achievements. Be specific, and for each one, note the skills and strengths that you used to make it happen. Well, I can read. All right, next one is our value exercise. What are the top 5 values that drive your actions? How do these values influence your daily activities, and how do they relate to your sense of being an imposter? Ooh, I'm gonna have to revisit that one. All right, let's move on though. Write about a time when you felt like an imposter. Now consider the evidence you have that refutes this feeling. What were your actual contributions? What did others say about your work? All right. Growth over time. How have you grown professionally and or personally over the years? Write about the steps you have taken and the progress you have made. Self compassion. How would you comfort a friend if they told you they were feeling like an imposter? Can you show the same kindness to yourself? All right, looking ahead. Write about your future self. Imagine you have overcome imposter syndrome. What does this future Oh, I made a typo in this. What does this future Oh, no, I didn't. I'm just reading it incorrectly. What does this future you look like, and what steps did they take to get there? All right, let me read that again. Write about your future self. Imagine you have overcome imposter syndrome. What does this future you look like, and what steps did they take to get there? All right, sorry about that. All right. The power of positivity. List out 5 positive affirmations that can help you combat imposter syndrome. For example, I am competent and smart enough to handle this, or it's okay not to know everything. Make up your own. All right, next one, the comparison trap. Do you often compare yourself to others? If so, describe how this habit affects you. How can you shift from comparison to self focus and acceptance? Alrighty, here's your last one, a little gratitude practice. What are 5 things you are grateful for about yourself today? How can these points of gratitude combat the feelings of imposter syndrome? All right, we did it. Congratulations, everyone. I hope that I hope this ameliorated. That's an SAT word for you. Some of the feelings of imposter syndrome that you may or may not have been experiencing. Um, with most of this type of stuff, you're going to get out of it what you put in. So I hope that everyone was able to get something out of this. Let me know in the comments or in the chat if you found this useful. I did. And the interesting thing is, when I write these things, they sound good and they feel good at the time for me. But I actually saved this one to journal through with all of you, and so I was even just feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome, like just kind of going through it. And as I went through it, I was like, oh man, like I'm feeling pretty good about all this stuff now. So I I got some value out of it, but yeah, I hope everyone did as well. I see we've got some people joining us from YouTube this week as Facebook. So welcome to the party, everybody. Usually I like to end these things with a little bit of housekeeping stuff. So considering that we've got some new folks joining us on this Journal Party Live, I want to make sure that you guys are fully integrated into the community. So if you're not already in the Facebook group, let me pull that up. 1 second. Let me put a QR code there. All right, so you guys are going to want to join our private Facebook group. If you're not already in it, there's a QR code there, or you could just search for it, Journal Party. Just make sure you're joining. We have a group as well as a page, and the group is where actually a lot of these announcements are going to be going down, as well as a lot of the discussions. So definitely jump into that if you haven't been in it already. And if I'm going to be doing these things weekly. Every week we're going to be going live, so the announcements will be in that group, but also you don't have to wait for me every week to journal, right? So whether you're able to find time for a daily practice or not, you don't need to jump on a live session necessarily to actually interact with these prompts. So the thing that I was actually streaming on here is the Journal Party app, which we've been working super hard on and got a lot of new programs in there. It's kind of like the Netflix of journaling, if that makes any sense. So it's pretty cool. This is the newest program in the Journal Party Premium section. So that's part of the membership. But actually, we just released a bunch of new free programs as well. So actually, I think I still have my screen shareable. Let me show you guys something cool. Let's see. Make this a little bigger. All right, can you guys see that? I think so. So it's going to look a little different if you're not on your if you're on your mobile device. But I wanted to point out a couple of programs that I think are really awesome, and they're totally free. So if you're just getting started, you may want to check these out. There are these 5-minute morning journal and the 5-minute wind down journal. So a lot of people like to journal, either first thing in the morning or at the end of the day. And I think those are really powerful times to do it because, you're sort of, well, at least in the morning, you're primed with creativity or for creativity. And then at the end of the day, it's nice. There's actually been some research from Harvard about this, where having like a good wind down routine can really improve your sleep quality. So that's why I put together the 5-minute wind down journal. It's just five prompts for each one of those in a minute each, and just kind of a real quick thing. If you get the app on your phone, you can just open it up. Have it with your coffee or maybe tea before bed or something like that. But the idea is to make it a part of your routine. And one of the biggest things that we hear, the struggles and challenges that people have with journaling, is that they just don't feel like they have enough time. And the reality is you can get a lot of benefits with even just 5 minutes. So definitely check those out. Again, it's totally free. And then also, another thing that we hear a lot is that people want to be more consistent. And so, well, one of the ways that you can do that, I would say, is to add it to whatever is working for you already in your current routine. And one of the ways that you can kind of figure that out for yourself is by checking out this habit stacking program that we've put together here. So this one's a little longer, 5 steps, and I think it's 2 minutes per prompt on that. But in just 10 minutes, you can kind of take a closer look at what's going on with your own routine. And it's it should be called habit stacking for journaling because it's going to prompt you in terms of you know finding times where it's going to be more meaningful for you to journal, and it's going to be easier for you to journal, and you can kind of piggyback off of these habits that are already just already totally ingrained, and that way journaling can be a little bit more automatic for you. So definitely check those out. And here, let me pull down the screen share so I can say bye to y'all. All right, and that's it. Oh, one quick thing. If you guys don't have my 365 journal prompts book, it fits right into your journal. Just go to 365.journalparty.com. I actually bought a bunch of them, so if you just cover the shipping, I'll send one to you, and it's a really cool thing. Sometimes it's fun to go analog. I know I'm super digital here, but it's nice sometimes. Just go to the park or whatever and unplug, and you might be facing down a blank page, and when that happens, you just flip to the back of your journal. You got 365 of my favorite prompts in there, and I love it, so I know you're gonna love it. Anyway, that's enough plugs for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this journal jam sesh. Again, we're gonna be doing these every week, so hop into the group, listen to the Journal Party podcast. We got a new episode coming out on Monday, and that's it. Everyone, thank you so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and party on.